Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is New York Dan here. This morning, it's gonna be early morning shot time. This post. Yeah, what happened was I've had a stressful day. To be honest with you guys, it worked out. I went to the doctor's today. I'm gonna tell you about it. But this evening, I ended up going to sleep, and I was like out cold for a long time. By the time I woke up, I had some dinner and just getting around to my vid. Yeah, and the problem is, here's what's going on. Tomorrow morning, or today, this morning, after I get more sleep, I'm not going to go first thing because they said it would be crowded, but I can't have any breakfast. I got to go down there and I'm going to get my blood work taken, the blood work sample and stuff, which is not what I like to do. That's not something I enjoy doing. But okay, so yeah, and by the way, we are going to talk some Sarasota Tim. I got me notes right here. I watched earlier in the day. I was watching when I had dinner here. I was watching some stuff here. Um, the appointment, I was very, very lucky. You know what happened? I was able to turn it into a physical appointment. It was supposed to just be a regular doctor's appointment. Yeah, because I think my insurance will cover it more. I haven't had the physical done this year, so I think that's covered. Hopefully, I'm not mistaken. I got crummy insurance, guys. Obama don't care. Obama don't care. Those damn insurance policies under Obamacare, that was crock. Don't even get me started. All he did was make insurance more expensive. Before Obamacare, you could buy private insurance and it would usually be a lot less. Those marketplace plans are extremely expensive and they don't cover, they're very stingy with what they cover. It's insanity. It's not, don't even get me started. You know what? One of the things I checked into, you guys can leave a comment about this. It is, I don't know if I even trust it. When I was shopping for insurance, they have something called a health share plan, and it's not insurance. It's a health cost sharing plan, and it's usually affiliated with like a religious, like a church or whatnot. They sell you can find them online. There's some big ones. Christian Health, some weird thing like that. Christian Health Share. And I don't know if I trust it, but apparently you can pay into that. It's like a lower premium, and they are supposed to reimburse you for your medical bills, but it may not be guaranteed. Yeah, I don't know. Has anyone used that? Has anyone had good luck? I have one of these New York marketplace plans, aka Obamacare. Yeah, so hopefully I don't get sticker shock here. But anyway, I did have a blessing. Back to my story. I got in there and I was able to turn the appointment. I asked the secretary at the desk when I first got in there, and they have you fill out a bunch of stuff. I said, "Is there a way I can turn this into a regular physical appointment?" And I was extremely lucky because she was like, "Well, I'm not sure if the doctor's going to have time for that. That takes like a half hour um, appointment." But it worked out. They were able to do it. And that's why, hence, I'm going in for blood work tomorrow. For the, I'm kind of doing an ass backward. I should have had the blood work first and then talk about it when I meet with the doctor. I guess if there's problems with the blood work, they'll call me. And oh, they have a portal now. This stuff is high tech where I got to load that on my phone actually. That is going to tell me, I think, my lab work results. So I'll be able to check all that right on my phone, which is great. The last time I went, I got a printout. I had to ask for a printout. Yeah, I have it somewhere in my file. But the deal is, and I'm a little nervous about the blood work. I had a sardine sandwich tonight. I had a salad, banana. I'm trying to like. This is like when you you used to in New York. You had to get a emission test on your car, your inspection. So before you got that test done, you would put like additives in the gas, and you would do all this stuff to try to get it to pass, right? Oh man, I'm telling you, hopefully everything's okay. So here's the deal, and I'm still a little wondering. I'm wondering about this blood pressure stuff. I told them what was going on. I said I've had like headaches from it. Like it feels like a stress headache, you know. It comes and goes. Like if you get, especially if I'm thinking about, if I'm stressing out. So can it be like Woody Allen with all this crap? So anyway, I told them about that, and they checked my blood pressure when I first got there. I hadn't. I've been like walking around, and I sat down and whatnot like that. So they did check it. The nurse came in and did a lot of the preliminary stuff, and it came out first. It was pretty high. It was like in the 150s over like 86 or something, 85, and I was kind of freaked out about that. And they don't tell you. I asked. I'm like, what is it? What is it? What's the number? I was like stressed. I was like ready to have. I was almost like ready to have a panic attack in the office practically when I was sitting on that thing or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, what's my blood pressure gonna be? All this stuff. So anyway, after when the doctor came in, she retested my blood pressure, and I'd been sitting on the table a little while. And by that time, it was down to 130 over 80. So we went, she went over a bunch of stuff. Oh, by the way, they also did an EKG. They put the electrodes on. They did that too. It made like a printout. And you know, the damnedest thing is, I forgot to ask her about the EKG. I guess she would have told me if there was a problem with it, but so they did that, and we went over. They check your, listen to your heart, looked at my ears, my mouth, etc. So I asked the doctor. I'm like, okay, so what's the plan here for the blood pressure? What prescription are you gonna give me for this thing? And believe it or not, she said, no, I'm not. We're not gonna do any blood pressure medication. She said, we'll check it again in like 3 months. She said, check it at home, see how it works. Oh, by the way, the monitor, the cuff monitor. This thing, I asked her about that, what people are saying. I'm like, is there a problem with these? I need to get a cuff machine to do it. And she actually said no. She said these are reliable. And she had me, I brought this with me, and I did it right there in the office right after she checked it, a little bit after, and it came out to like 140. It wasn't a good reading either, guys. It was like 146 over like 80 something. I was like, what the heck? So she said the machine is probably right. The machine's good. She didn't think I needed to get that other type. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy one if it's like $20 or something. I'll take a look. But she said we're gonna like monitor it. She didn't want to put me on a prescription, and I was like there. I was kind of like on a mission to get a prescription. I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? Which one are we gonna take? I guess they're kind of maybe it's like, you know, it could have side effects, and it might be a problem. I don't know. But she said avoid fatty foods and sugar. Two things that taste great. I I think they got them at Applebee's, if I'm not mistaken. And she's like, try to like try to lose some weight, try to slim down. Yeah, I don't know though. I'm a little worried. I'm like Woody Allen here. This is ridiculous, right? I don't know. It could be because I'm going on this cruise too, and I've been like stressing over that. There's a bunch of things I've been stressing over. Deadlines. I'm trying to get things done, and I feel like I can't accomplish anything. Yeah. So we'll see what they should have the blood work by the end of the week before I go on the cruise. So um, hopefully that will be good. And oh yeah, I talked with Long Island Ken on the phone, and we were wondering if they're even doing the PSA. You know that test um, for the prostate to get you a number on that. I don't even know if they're doing it. I should have requested that. Yeah, Long Island Ken, he's already had that test done a few times, and his doctor may be more progressive. I don't know. We'll see if it's in the blood work. I can't see what they ordered. It's all electronic. I'll get it when I do that portal, or maybe I should download that tonight and take a look at what's going. Maybe there's something in there, but yeah, we'll see. It's nutty. I'm being stressed out just doing all this stuff. I don't know. And maybe I even have a bug or a virus that's bothering me. Who knows what's going on? Like trying to be healthy. Yeah. So anyway, I was lucky. I got the physical. I can't complain too much. I got that in, and I'll keep you guys posted on. We'll go over the blood work. I can tell you the numbers when I get that stuff. Yeah, and I guess CEKG was okay. I'm doing better than Norm, he got the EKG, and the next thing he was in the hospital. I don't know what's going on here, guys. And yeah, the whole reason I was like paranoid or had that headache with the headaches or whatever, I said this the other day. I watched this girl on YouTube, Tideline to Alpine. She lives in a van. She does the van life. If you guys, her name's Amanda. You can check it out. It's totally free on YouTube. You can always search her channel. But she was having headaches, and she lived in a van, so that she was like, I got to get to the bottom of this. She went to like the ER, and she said they checked. They had her in there like the whole day, and they gave her blood pressure medications and stuff to try to get her blood pressure down and normalize it and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's like put a bee in my bonnet when if I get a headache, I'm like, oh my God, I got the same problem. And then I put that cuff thing on and I'm stressing, and I have a bad habit of closing my hand when I do it. I don't know why. I go like this, and you're supposed to go like this. I have no idea what, and that seems to throw the reading, because you see right here it shows the guy has his hand out. Yeah, you're supposed to lower your arm down, then you bring it up and a light comes on. That tells you you're at the correct spot. And it looks like you're supposed to even have a table in front of you to like rest your arm on. Maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll get one of those damn cuff ones just for the hell of it. I'm in it up to here. But these things, I felt like the wrist ones were better because my arm is pretty big. I have a lot of muscle there, and I felt like the cuff one wasn't gonna be that accurate. I bought the wrist one. I thought would be a lot better. My parents had a cuff one, and it seemed wonky. It was too big. I don't. Oh, what the heck to believe? All right, enough with that. Let's talk about some Sarasota Tim. Yeah. So guess what? The gold wing, it seems to be kind of like a lemon, but in today's videos, Tim was saying he thinks it's under a warranty still. It has an unlimited mileage warranty. And the weird thing is, he said the factory warranty should go till November, sometime in November. But how's that possible? I guess it had a 3-year warranty and it's a 2022, something like that. It was bought in November of 22, maybe. I'm not sure, but he says the original owner, not the original, the one he bought it from, actually, the owner he bought it from, had an extended warranty, and he's transferring that over to Tim. Yeah. So he thinks the stuff will be covered, like the windshield and the surging issue, the engine problem. I don't know though. Some of those warranties, like the windshield, dollars to donuts, that might not be covered because some of the longer warranties are just for the mechanical stuff on it, like the engine and transmission. I wonder about that, if something like that windshield. Yeah, a lot of this stuff breaks. These damn gadgets. The stuff on his trailer, it seems like everything's breaking on that. Yeah, the awning broke. The jack system broke. He said he's got a leak under the bathroom sink. He's got a whole bunch of little problems with it, and he was even contemplating towing the trailer over to the dealer that he bought it from in Georgia and see what could be fixed. Maybe they have a warranty or they have a mechanic that can work on it. So that was in the other, he mentioned that the other day. So today, what was he doing today here? Oh, he posted a video that was almost 50 minutes long, and it was supposed to be a fall foliage drive, but there was no fall foliage to look at. It was just a Georgia back road drive in the truck. It's not really. I don't know. Maybe if you're trying to fall asleep, you put that on and watch it. I don't know. It wasn't really super good content, in my opinion. I mean, a couple minutes of it would be fine, but a sleep video maybe. So he was ranting about dreams about his motorcycle, doing a trip. He's talking about bringing a tent in the back of the pickup truck. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, because he seems like he never. Well, someone said he used to have a tent at Teddy's place. I don't know though. I haven't really seen him do real camping. He's always got to have the. He always has the RV and everything. He brings like everything with him, you know. Then he went on from that to, oh well, maybe I could just crash out my daughter's house and bring the motorcycle up here and drive it around. They have a bedroom for him there. He's lucky that he has a daughter. Yeah, he's lucky. Guys, that's a good backup in case he totally hits the skids. He needs a place to stay. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that could happen to my friend Greg in Florida too. He's really having a rough time of it. These damn sales jobs where you get commission, they like dangle a carrot in front of a rabbit. It's a bunch of bull. And then the problem is they don't give him enough hours, I think. He works 39 hours, Greg in Florida, and his paycheck's like a yo-yo, and it never goes up that high. If he has a good week and he has sales, it's decent, but then other weeks the thing is way down again. So I don't know what I gave him ideas. I said, you really need a second job. And I said, why don't you take a security guard course and work security guard? do that. He's got nothing but excuses. So he's like, "Oh, the hours are terrible. You gotta work all night. That's no good." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's good if you're making if you get paid some overtime with it. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But those sales jobs, yeah, a lot of them are junk, in my opinion. Unless you're like selling something that's maybe a higher end sales job, that might be a little bit better. I kind of feel like that was Sarasota Tim's problem also. This sales stuff. He worked sales all his life and he's broke, basically. Like, you have just enough to pay your bill. They string you along like a carrot in front of a rabbit. And then they promise big money with commissions, but it's kind of messed. Oh, you know what? Greg's last place he worked at, here's the crap they pull. If he says, "Oh, I'm having trouble paying my bills, not making, I need to make more money here," so do you have any ideas? How can I do it? Like, what can you give me more hours? Can you give me another product to sell, put me another department? You know what these effers say? They're always like, "Oh, well, your earnings potential is unlimited. You got to increase your sales. You can make a fortune." That's the problem with sales. Yeah, you ask for a raise and they say, just sell more product. Yeah, you're not selling enough. It's basically a win-win for them because they pay you the minimal amount of money and these guys are there so many hours. And then if they don't move enough product, it's a win-win for the employer because, then we don't have to pay them because, they only have to pay them when they actually make money by having a lot of products sold. Then they pay them. A lot of this stuff, it's all set up that way because that's the cheapest way to do it. Otherwise, they would pay you a flat salary if the product actually was easy to sell. Go figure. So anyway, back to Tim. Sorry about my rant there. But that's probably what happened to Tim his whole life. So one of the things he said today, and this is another kicker, in his video, he said, "Don't worry about saving a nickel." He said, "Live your best life now." Yeah, he's talking about like the motorcycle and stuff. He's like, go out and buy it. If you want to do something, go do it. But he's kind of like, and he even backtracked and said something about, "Oh, I'm not saying just blow all your money." Then what are you saying? Because he's saying, if you want to do something, just go and do it. And he just did that. He just dropped like 25 grand on the spike whim. Kind of funny. And he talked about, another concept, trailering the Goldwing out west, possibly to even California. Yeah. I don't know. And then he backtracked again and he's like, well, I don't know if I really want to drive a motorcycle while I'm trailering it. Just checking my focus. Sometimes it looks like the focus is off. Oh, maybe it's focusing on the wall. Let's see. Does that work? Okay, now it should focus on me. I notice it and I'm like, is my eyesight going bad? Sometimes it looked out of focus. Can't win. And speaking of eyesight, Tim was in Walmart and he admitted, he said he was having trouble seeing things or, reading about what the products are. And he said, I have just about no vision out of this eye, the left eye, I think. Should be this one. Is that the left eye he has? I think he says left eye. He, one of his eyes, he can just about see out of it. He said it was all blurry today. He said it comes and goes. His vision on that. It's pretty scary. So I don't know. He should, if I was Tim, I'd be taking a lot of supplements to try to keep that eye in good shape. Yup. So he bought zero alcohol Michelob Ultras. He bought a bunch of beers. Yup. And he was bragging about those. He claims they're low calories. I don't know though. I thought the beer is the kiss of death. It's got a lot of carbs. Maybe if you only have one. Oh, he went in Walmart and he videoed underwear. That was his other video. He did have a point though. I noticed this myself. Those damn packs, I don't know why they do this. They have different color underwear in a pack. I'm like, what the hell's up with this? Why don't... He was saying the exact thing. I always am griping over that myself. Like, why don't they just sell a pack of solid color underwear? If you want all black, make one that's just all black. What the hell's all these different color underwears? It's like you're going into the circus. I don't need that junk. They have freaking ones. They have some, they have a bright red one in the pack. I'm like, what the hell's with this? Then they have like other colors in there, like that are like light gray. They have like blue, all different colors. I'm like, am I going into like the circus here? Why am I wearing a different color of underwear every day? I don't like that either. I don't know why. Who the heck's in charge of marketing that stuff? It's like every pack too. It's like you can't find some of the brand. There's one of the brands. They don't sell just the solids. I think at Old Navy you can find it. You can find all solids. All one color, I should say. Yup. So yeah, and then the last video, he put out the tacos, the Baker tacos he cooked up with his daughter. Cooked a bunch of tacos. I don't know if it's such a good idea to fry up those shells like that. If you want the tacos to be healthy, I don't know. I wouldn't even fry the shells. I would just eat them raw. The corn shells. Not going to taste as good. I'm going to be on an extreme diet now. Have to get in shape. Yup. But I don't know. I'm still not sold on the carnivore. The whole thing, it's scary. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I think you need to have veggies too. Yeah, it's all about, I hate to break it, but it's all about eating less food. Yeah, it's easier said than done. Smaller portions. I'm going to be working on it. I'm already making progress here. But now, when I go on the cruise, you guys are going to be laughing. Go on a cruise, yeah. But when I go, I'm very careful what I eat. I eat quality food that's like protein, like shrimp, Indian vegetarian. I'm eating good stuff on the cruise. I stay away from the buffet. I'm not there eating cookies the whole time. Or a lot of the comfort food, the fried stuff, things like that. Yeah, I don't know. So that's what's happening over here, guys. Oh, yeah, I got two more things I'm gonna say. By the way, hit the thumbs up. Your friend New York Dan, who's shaken, not stirred, from going into all this doctor stuff and dealing with all this stuff going on. And I hope I don't pass out tomorrow when I get that damn blood thing done. I'm going to tell him I have to lie down when I do this. I have a reputation of having a problem. Yeah, I'm not good with that. I'm not good with it. Jeez Louise. Nobody I don't think anyone likes to have to do that. So, oh yeah, two things I was gonna say. The Goldwing where Tim bought this thing, it kind of reminded me, if you any of you guys watch Brady Bunch, there was an episode where one of Greg Brady's classmates, he sold him this car, and he did like a total sales act on him, saying it was a cream puff. The thing was in A1 condition. This thing's the best deal. He sold it to him, and then the car was a complete lemon. It was like falling apart. And then Greg was like, "Okay, I'll resell it. I'm going to flip it." And he found another classmate, and he was trying to pull the smooth act and sell it to him, saying it was a cream puff. But then his parents stepped in. They found out about it, and they're like, "You got to do the right thing, Greg. You can't do that." So he ended up having to sell it to a junkyard. It could be the story of the Goldwing. I don't know. Also, the other problem with that motorcycle, actually, now that I think about it, because I got my own motorcycle, and I know mechanical, like MacGyver, right? The whole thing is this. I think I know what might be going on. Huh. There's a problem when, hopefully the boat's not like this either. That, at least it's not. You see, the problem is when you have complicated crap. Yeah. Actually, I know part of it. See, with the boat, I run the fuel out. I shut the fuel off, and I drain the carburetor out. I run the gas out. That's the secret right there. If that Goldwing was sitting around, here's the whole problem. It was the previous owners were scared to ride it. Some deal like that. So what do? They put it in the garage. It just sits there. The gasoline could get gum. It could form varnish. It can get all messed up. Yeah, that could be what Tim's whole problem was. That there was a lot of junk in the fuel system from it sitting around a long time. And then when he took it on that big trip, the new gas dislodged the stuff. It's kind of like having a stroke. And then the bike started surging and something got messed up with it. That could be what happened. Yeah, unfortunately, these things, you got to know how to pickle them, so to speak, if you're gonna just store a bike and not use it that much. And unfortunately, the newer bikes with all the electronics on them make it hard to do that. The Royal Enfield, it has a valve. I shut the gas off and I ran it dry, the carburetor dry, before I stored that. So now all I got to do is dump the gas out of the tank, put brand new gas in it, and then when I put the valve on, it'll fill the dry carburetor up, so it should be good as new. If you leave the gas on and that sits in the carburetor, it's going to make a mess if you leave it for years sitting like that. Yeah, it turns to varnish. Oh, and the last thing I was going to mention, I just happened to see a short video on YouTube when I was watching Tim's. These two girls went to a restaurant in East Harlem, New York called Rayo's. Rayo's. You may have seen in the grocery stores, sometimes they sell Rayo's pasta sauce. Yeah, they brand it out, but it's not going to be the same thing you get at the restaurant. You cannot get a table at Rayo's unless you know someone. That's how exclusive it is. So these girls, they went into the bar at Rayo's and they had to go several times. And they happened to go there on a stormy night. And the restaurant, one of the owners or managers said, "How would you girls like to have, do you want to eat here? How would you like to eat here?" And they had a special guest table that sometimes they auction it off for charity. Yeah, they were able to sit at the guest table because it was a stormy night and it wasn't super crowded. but normally you can't eat there unless you know someone. Yup. Rayo's Italian restaurant, and they were showing the food, and that looked really, really delicious. And here I'm having to have a sardine sandwich. I can't even eat the damn Rayo's because I got to do this blood thing tomorrow. Man. So, yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Hope everyone has a great morning. Yeah. And in the Northeast here, we have had that storm. Yeah, it was miserable today. It kept raining. It was windy. It wasn't like hurricane force or anything like that. But miserable weather. So tomorrow it's supposed to continue to rain, but then it might clear up later in the day. So that will be good to be done with that. And at least hopefully no big branches came down and things like that. Yeah, just a bunch of small junk all over the place. Have to clean the car. All right, guys. Yeah. I'll get this thing uploaded. Hope everyone has a great morning. Your friend, New York Dan. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll let you know how everything goes with that blood work and everything.